Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I want to talk about The Ultimate Guide to Red Light Therapy by Ari Whitten. Now, this is a book that I didn't originally think I would be interested in. I'd seen these red light therapy books pop up on Amazon, and I heard a lot of people good things to say about red light therapy. Personally, I'd never taken advantage of it or done this very much, so I wasn't interested in this to start with. Now, that all changed about 1 month ago when I recently took a deep dive into red light therapy and purchased a very expensive, high-powered red light. Now, for all of you that aren't familiar with red light and its many benefits, this book will be a great introduction to those. I'm gonna do a review on the specific red light that I use in a future video, but it's called the Mito Mega, and it's a pretty massive panel of a red light, costs about $1,000 and is super high powered. So it's been a lot of fun taking this deep dive into the world of red lights after I've heard so many good things from so many people. So one of the things that I did to really get myself invested in this and doing it consistently was to read this book, The Miracle of Red Light Therapy by Ari Whitten. One of the nice things is that he goes into a lot of the different benefits that you can get from red light. So I'd heard, everything from it'll solve world hunger to it'll fix cancer, cure you of cancer, cure you of chronic diseases. But personally, I was just interested in it for some of the more cosmetic health benefits. So things like, skin and hair and energy and just how I feel throughout the day. So I wasn't expecting a lot, but I took the deep dive and I started using it about 3 times a week for just 15 to 20 minutes at a time. So that was one of the first things that I got out of this book was dosing. There's actually some very specific dosing limits on, the minimum effective dose that you need for red light and how much can actually be too much. So spoiler alert, about 15 to 20 minutes 3 times a week is pretty much the recommended minimum effective dose to make sure that you're really seeing the benefits that people talk about. So one of the other benefits that I was interested in is people talk about how your cellular energy metabolism can be improved by using these red lights. So if you've heard of something like ATP, those little cellular energy units, apparently red light is able to significantly improve the efficiency with which your body creates these little pieces of energy. So it sounds like something that could have far-reaching consequences and really improve quality of life, but also something that is super difficult to measure or really, know whether or not it's doing anything. So after about a month of using this, what should be a very high-end red light system, I have noticed a difference in my mood. Now, I haven't noticed anything specifically in terms of things like extreme changes to my skin or nails or extreme weight loss or anything like that, but I have noticed that my mood in general has just been better. So I know that's really a nebulous thing to talk about and there's nothing there for anyone to measure, but it has been noticeable to the point where I spontaneously have been wondering to myself and thinking, why am I in such a good mood? What is the reason for this? Now, of course, there's a million variables that could, influence this, and it's obviously not the only thing in my life affecting my mood, but I will say after using this consistently, that has been something I've noticed, independent of even thinking about why that is the case. So the reason I recommend this book, if you are going to get into red lights, is because a lot of the different books on the market really hype all the benefits of red light, and they kind of get into some of the metaphysics, behind it. They get a little too abstract for me is probably an easy way to put it. They start talking about everything non-specific having to do with red lights. So what I liked about this book is he already just really went through all the different studies. He put them all into related categories and easy to understand sections, and then he just presents the studies, what was going on and how people have used that in their day-to-day life. So for me personally, when I just went to the section that talked about some of the things I was interested in, some of the cosmetic things and the energy, I looked at the studies on it that he wrote about, and then I looked at some of the case studies for the dosing that people used to get those effects, of what their reported effects were and what their measured effects were. So the one thing this did for me is it really gave me belief in some of the benefits, just enough to motivate me to use this consistently. So I might not end up using using this forever. It might not be something that, 10 years from now I'm still doing, but it was really nice to be able to install that habit real quickly just to pick up a little bit of belief from this book and not have to wade through all the super flowery language that people use in a lot of these red light therapy books. So again, The Ultimate Guide to Red Light Therapy, Ari Whitten. Really loved it, especially if you're looking for just a quick breakdown of all the different ways that you would dose red light according to what you're trying to get in terms of effects. So anyway, this has gone on far too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Comment below letting me know what else you'd like to know about this book, my experience with red light, or when the review video on my actual red light is going to come out. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so that you're notified anytime that I come out with new videos. And as always, thank you for watching.